Good evening, Commander. You're about to step into a whole new world. Welcome to the XCOM project.
I thought it was XCOM Initiative!
No, Clive, it's the XCOM project.
No, I'm pretty sure I have a memo that says Initiative!
No, it's the XCOM project. Now shut up, Clive. I don't have a lot of time to talk to the Commander. Afterwards, I have to go voice movie trailers.
Speaking of which, we got Carl. You're no longer in the Green Lantern movie.
What the? Oh, you can't write me out like that. Okay, whatever.
Well, look, got Carl about Mass Effect.
I am staying far away from the Mass Effect movies as possible.
Oh, hey, here we go. We found the map that says XCOM Initiative.
Will you just shut up and go to the corner, Clive?
It's from 1972.
You're from 1972.
That's not possible, sir. I'm too young for that, sir.
Just shut up and give me some coffee, Clive. That's the only reason why you're... Now, Commander.
What do you want in your coffee, sir?
Clive, every single time it's the same. 2 creams, 1 sugar. Now, let me talk to the Commander. Commander.
Where the sugar, sir?
You son of...
The laser is 'cause I like sci-fi. Dude is 'cause I am a rad guy. 99 is 'cause I like Wayne Gretzky. That's why I'm lazy dude 99. Laser time and we're gonna do a review. Yes, we're gonna review. Let's talk about movies and comics too. Let's all go on to review.
I'm Dr. J,
And I'm Lazy Dude 99.
and we're here to review
XCOM, Enemy Unknown. If you've been watching, we've reviewed some video games. We've reviewed the Mass Effect trilogy.
the Mass Effect movie.
And now we decided to move on to a different sci-fi video game.
Still has aliens, still has lasers.
Still has all the great things. Maybe next time we should review something less science fiction, just to broaden our horizon. But XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Now, this game has a really interesting history, because when the developers who owned XCOM were saying, okay, we're going to make an XCOM game, but we're going to make it a first-person shooter, all of a sudden, all of the silent XCOM fans of the past rose up in anger.
My specific favorite one, the Spoony one. Betrayal!
Yeah, he just starts yelling, and then a unique and amazing thing happened.
Fraxis happened! And they gave us XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Which is more in the line of the original strategy battle game that the original franchise
Back
was known
in 92, I want to say.
for. I don't know, because here's, like, were you a fan of the old series?
I wasn't around. I
Yeah.
heard about
But did you
the
play
first
it?
person. No, I heard about the first person shooter. Became interested, started looking up the old stuff, watched a Let's Play.
So, you eventually came across it and started playing it, and then you bring it over to me, and I, of course,
For
started
those
playing
of
it.
you who actually sat around during the Mass Effect 3 review, I just blurted out random XCOM footage, and that's how he got hooked on it.
Yes, that was just playing that, and the next day I went out and bought the game,
It is a good game.
even though I couldn't afford it. Now,
And it is glitchy, though.
yeah, so this game is, if you don't know, it's basically aliens start invading Earth, and you're part of this special...
Simple plot.
Yes, you're part of this special ops group organization that is
Called
tasked...
the XCOM Initiative.
Yes. Not the XCOM Initiative, that's the Avengers
it is.
Initiative. I thought it's the XCOM Project.
I'm pretty sure it's Initiative.
No, it's Project. You're thinking the Avengers Initiative.
No, I'm pretty sure it's an Initiative, because...
It's... Okay. So basically, you're a commander that's head of a team that is tasked with researching these alien species, finding out their strengths and weaknesses.
Getting pretty guns.
Yes,
And
and
explosives.
upgrading your own armory.
You gotta
and,
love those explosives.
Yes. And
Boom.
and then you're also in charge of sending out your task force to different stuff that the aliens are doing. They could be attacking civilians in an area.
Abducting bombs.
Yeah, they could be laying
The
bombs.
bombs, man, the bombs.
They could be
I hated
ready
those.
to level out your entire, city.
And probably the most favorite one,
Shooting
terror attacks.
Oh, well, those aren't my favorites. But then there's also...
Pick up the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Chrysalids! Yay!
We'll get to that in a moment, but and then there's also UFO landings and shooting down UFOs. So basically, you're trying to do that while also the aliens are invading your countries. Now, you have a certain amount of countries under your control that, not your control, but that are supporting you and funding the XCOM project.
And if their panic gets too high, they withdraw from the project.
I can't do it, man! I'm panicking, so I'm taking all your funding from our last hope. Yeah, that'll teach you.
We're gonna do better!
And then you'll see like a hurricane over their place, just showing that they're basically wiped out.
I've never lost one. The council's always loved me.
We'll get to that in a sec, too.
They love me.
Anyways, so you're trying to hold on to as many countries as you can, and it comes to the point where, like, there'll be 3 alien attacks at the same time. You have to choose either...
those are the abduction missions.
Yes. You have to choose either which one is the highest priority from what country is the most on the edge of panic,
or you can be a horrible person and just grab the best reward.
Yeah, you could go...
Whether it be scientists, engineers, or just a highly trained soldier.
Or cash. Lots of cash.
I never got those.
No?
No.
Yeah, you could get like $200, $400 some. You always went for the scientists?
No, I literally never got them. They never appeared in my game.
Oh well. Maybe it's a download thing that I did.
Maybe. Yeah, for once he has DLC where I don't.
Okay, so let's just talk about what the best quality of this game is.
It'd have to be the soldier customization.
Yeah, because
you can make yourself. Well, I can't because of the hair, but...
But basically, you customize and you make your own soldiers, and then you slowly level them up. And you kind of...
You really get attached to them.
Yeah, you do, because you... Some people name them after their own friends. I don't, because I'd be like, hey, Dr. J, you go take that tank all by yourself.
And I would win, because I made him awesome.
Whatever.
Yes, I would.
Okay, but what I mean is, like, you name your own soldiers, and then you have to put them in battle. But you kind of get, I won't say attached to the point where it's like you love them like a dog or something.
That would be kind of creepy.
Yeah, but you really start caring to the point where sometimes if your soldier dies, you're like, well, that's it, I'm restarting the mission, going back to my last save point because I ain't doing that all over again.
And some of us, not mentioning names, wouldn't save right before every mission.
Yeah, I always... See, that's the thing. If you guys get this game, always save. Because I always try to remember to save after every mission, but sometimes I wouldn't, and then one of my favorite characters dies, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to let that happen, let's go back. And what do you know? It's like 4 missions ago. And I don't want to go there.
Never had that problem.
You had a lot of patience.
Yep.
Anyway, so it's a really good way to really get you invested in the characters by having you customize them and make their names and make their nicknames. And you kind of almost make your own story of how these characters are like in your own mind.
Now, this is where I think you should bring up something you wanted to complain about that I never had the problem of because I pre-ordered it.
Right. When it comes to the game, one of the best things that you can customize is you can make all your characters different colors.
Yeah.
You can put them the black color. You can put one the black, have them the death mask, make them look really cool.
The bright fluorescent pink.
Or black fluorescent pink with death mask. That would
you ever do that?
No.
Oh man, I did. I was really tired one night. I made this one big, tough-looking guy with this bright pink fluorescent armor, bright blue cyan flat top, the manliest beard available, and I named him Little Bunny Foo Foo.
You're cruel. You're like a cruel general.
No, it's the worst. I sent him out the first time. He died.
No kidding.
So I made another one. Sent him out. He died. Made a third. Sent him out. He lasted longer than his predecessors. He lasted 2 missions. But he still died.
Yeah.
I better discontinue the Clone Soldier line of the Little Bunny Foo Foo bottle.
Anyway, what my thing is, that's one of the best parts of the game for me, but the problem is, that's DLC. And I think it's kind of a rip-off to have adding color to your uniforms DLC.
It could be worse. It could be, what, FIFA 2014 they're coming up with now, where it's just dances. You pre-order it, you get dances for a character DLC.
Well, that's lame too, but still, I mean, like, come on. If you're customizing your character, one of the best things is adding color and the different
Mass Effect
colors.
2 had it.
Yeah.
So did
Why?
3.
Like, true that you only had one character in those games that you were customizing.
Yeah, but still, you could
customizing
everything.
color was a big part of it, and to make it just DLC was, I think, a ripoff because then nobody else, like, true. Almost everyone else who likes the game will get that because it's a big part of it.
Yeah, that or you have to actually pay for it.
But
I don't think it's too expensive. I never looked into it because, like I said, I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, so I don't know how much I paid for the DLC for that, but I don't know. Paying for color palettes, I don't know. Maybe if you had some color to begin with and you could pay for more colors, that'd be something.
Even
but you have
that,
one.
though.
You have one color.
And it's not that great of a color.
Yeah, it's tan. It's
not
light
even,
green.
It's like this yellow green.
Yeah, and you're just. It's hard to really feel anything about these characters if they all have the same color.
Yeah.
It's hard to distinguish them. That's probably my biggest complaint about the game.
Here's how the battle gameplay works. Each side has their own turn. The aliens and the humans, or XCOM. Each character has the maximum of 2 actions per turn. They can either move a certain amount or dash, dashing will use up both of your actions. When you're just regular moves, you can either shoot, take more cover, or go into Overwatch. Which is when your character just sits there and if they see an alien move, they'll blast it. Which I always did just to be safe. I hardly ever dashed. Unless it was get the hell out of Dodge.
So basically, you're waiting for the aliens to take their turns. Once they're done, you can move and shoot. And it's a really pretty good strategy game. This is, I think, really smart for them to come up with a game like this where everybody else is going first-person shooter.
And you gotta admit, not many first-person shooters have death.
No, they don't.
Unless you count BioShock Infinite, but that's a completely different beast.
Okay. Well, it depends on the type of first-person shooter you're going for.
Yeah.
But anyways...
It's better than Call of Duty.
Anyways, you don't have any other strategy games out there right now, really. At least not console.
Not that I can think of. Not good ones at least.
No, well, yeah, like you have a whole lot of internet games, like in computer games, like Diablo 3 or whatever.
Which just recently came out on console.
Yeah, but even though this is kind of a blend of, it's not exactly kind of like that. It's a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
Which when was the last time we saw one of those? At least on a console.
Only one I can name is Fallout Tactics. If you change the options.
Now, is that a disc game or a DLC?
That was a legitimate disc game. This was like before Fallout 3, before Bethesda. This is when it was still Interplay.
So that was way back in the day. Yeah,
that
so
was like turn of the century.
So I think this was such a smart idea for them to do, because when they announced that they're doing a first-person shooter,
people freaked.
And you know what that told them? That told them there is still enough fan base for a strategy game to work.
Then fraxis, the makers of Civilization, was like, hey, we love XCOM. We can do this. Ta-da!
And this won a lot of Game of the Year awards from the websites, at least. I don't think it won like Game of the Year from the VGAs or anything, but I saw a lot of websites putting it as the best Game of the Year.
Oh, here we go. Here's some more.
So combat. Another thing is when you fire, you're given a percentage of how much of a chance your shot is actually going to make it. It's usually only safe bets are the better safe bets are from 70% up, or you can miss.
I've actually had some better luck with 50 and 60.
Yes, I've sometimes had like times where I've had my characters like one person had 75%, one person had like 65. I had them both fire, they both missed, and then someone who had like 35% hits their target. Okay, let me ask you something. What is the highest percentage that you had that you still missed?
I'm going to have to say 90.
97 for me. I had a 97% chance to hit an alien.
And you missed.
And I missed. It was insane. Sometimes, you get okay, well, you gotta have to count you miss every once in a while, but come on, that was always annoying where, for example, you'd be right beside them and you'd fire But since the percentage didn't say that you had enough, or it was iffy, you'd miss. And you'd be like, come on, I'm right sticking beside this guy!
Seriously? You missed?
I'd like to see you try better.
I would, but I'm out of ammo.
Well, brother, guess we know who won this round.
On the contrary.
Red on me, you son of a...
Totally worth it.
Sometimes you gotta just trust your gut and take a chance, but sometimes you gotta, so you gotta weigh over, okay, do I have enough? Can I risk taking a chance with this guy shooting, or is it safer to back up? Or is it safer to do something else?
Like a grenade or rocket launcher, but you can actually aim.
Or
big bubble
smoke grenade to cover my colleagues.
Yes.
Or, there's a lot of different... Okay, your basic classes, well, not your basic, your only classes...
are the heavy weapons guy.
Which carries the bazooka and the heavy machine gun.
The Assault, my personal favorite, which has the run and gun ability.
Which means
allows you to dash and shoot at the same turn.
So you can get some big distance, and he can also carry a shotgun. And
personally didn't use one much, but...
Yeah, but you also didn't use the ally gun.
Don't you mean alloy?
Alloy, whatever. It was an ally of mine. The alloy gun, I'm surprised that you didn't use it, because that thing is a beast. It destroys almost anything in its path if you have good percentage. Anyway, so you have that gun that you can use.
We also have the support, which is just a regular soldier with smoke grenades. They have special abilities to help you with med kits. You can use
and revive your like everyone else. If they use a med kit on a down soldier, they'll destabilize them, but that person will be out of the game for the rest of the round.
Reviving will actually bring them up
and have them fight back again.
And they also have my special ability of... No, not my special ability. One of my favorite special abilities, not as favorite as the run and gun, is the Sentinel, which allows you to take 2 reaction shots from the Overwatch per turn.
Yes.
Which is really helpful.
And then there is, of course...
Especially when they get to the higher kernel range.
And then there is, of course, the Sniper class, which...
I didn't find as useful.
Sniper classes are useful, but not in the beginning.
Yes.
Because the problem with sniper classes is when you first get them, they can only shoot their sniper if they don't move. Basically,
and the ability that does allow them to shoot and move at the same turn for their sniper rifle, it just gives a horrible accuracy penalty.
It may, but I've always used it. I've never gone any other way because I know that I'm going to need them more. So you usually have them suffering a little bit early on the next couple of levels, but by the time you're up to like major, they're right back on track in accuracy. I usually give them the scope that usually cancels out.
I didn't find that. I found it helped a bit, but not as much as it should.
I think that the scope kind of cancels out the penalty. Personally,
there's an ability, I don't remember what it's called, but allows the sniper to shoot what other XCOM operatives see. I just kept my sniper towards the back and used that to advantage.
Okay,
well... not only that, sometimes they'll be flanked, and combining that with the in the zone ability, which allows you to keep shooting if you kill them when they're out of cover or flanked, that was really helpful.
See, the thing is, each person, when they level up, they get a new ability.
Or perk.
Perk, yeah.
I think they're called perks.
Perks, that's probably what they're called. Yeah. Like, for example, Assault.
Just like
when Assault has run and gun, but they also have double shot, which
lightning
means
reflexes.
Lightning reflexes is good because if you give them lightning reflexes and you walk out in cover and an alien starts shooting at you, lightning reflexes will guarantee that any alien will miss their very first shot.
Yes.
Which is so helpful for putting them out in front when you can... Like, I had one time he ran out and there was like 5 aliens all on Overwatch, all shooting at him, but he had lightning reflexes and they all missed. It was beautiful. And you're giving 2 options for perks. You don't need to just choose one every time, except for Major. but you're given 2 options that you can do. So it all goes to your gameplay, how you want to play. See, I'm the type of guy, I'm the more aggressive, I go all out and take everyone down and try to just go full force, where Dr. J...
I personally like to go more cautiously, slowly, slightly more spread out, big curtain of death, and plenty of explosives.
So
Can never go wrong with explosives.
So it adds...
Until the theatricals come in.
Right. So it adds more of a unique, personalized type of gameplay to fit each of your gaming styles.
Main disappointing part of the customization is the voice acting.
Yeah, because you can create your characters so they have a diverse range of
ethnicities from various countries.
Yes, everyone's from a different country.
To Canada,
to Brazil, to Scotland, and they all have an American accent.
Plain, boring, Roger Dodger, American accents. And I'm really annoyed by the word Roger Dodger throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, it gets a little annoying.
Roger Dodger. Roger Dodger.
Roger Rabbit. So, it seems like a wasted opportunity to add more customizable voices.
Yes.
To, have... The only different ethnicity voice that I got is in the DLC, I got this character called like Qilong something, who's an Asian voice. But I can't choose anybody else to have that Asian voice, only he does. And I can't customize the character at all. I can't even change the color of his armor.
Is it still the green?
No, it's whatever the basic armor is. So when I get it, it's usually just... It's either the yellow green or it's just silver armor throughout the entire... It's boring. And he has blue hair. It's weird.
Are you making fun of little bunny Foo-Foo and his hair?
No, your guy was demented. Anyway.
Created from sleep deprivation.
Anyway, it really seems like, okay, you have a game that's supposed to be worldwide, all these different characters, all these different countries coming together to fight this alien threat, and we're all Americans! We're all Americans there!
The enemies in the game range from the simple gray sectoids. If you notice, there's been one running back and forth from the car to the streetlight.
And of course, the more advanced weaponry you get, the more advanced they get.
Of course. And you eventually get an even bigger, badder sectoid who's red and has mind powers.
And then you get an even bigger version of that later on. The game keeps on, it's an interesting fact of the game. As you are advancing your technologies, the aliens of course, are advancing their technologies.
I'd say less advancing their technologies.
And they're just bringing out their bigger guns.
Bringing out the bigger guns.
Yeah.
The worst one, in my opinion, would have to be either the ethereals or the chrysalids.
I would say the chrysalids, because even though the ethereals are extremely cheap, you don't really have to face them till the end of the game. Yes. Chrysalids are basically these creatures that will run right up to you, and then grab you by the neck and be like,
and then they come back as zombies.
Yeah.
Bring it on, Chris!
No! No more Resident Evil jokes! We have had enough!
Bring on Leon S. Kennedy!
Anyway.
Bring on Jill Valentine! And you can't hit me because of that, because I actually had a Jill character, so
Fine. Anyway.
And if I really wanted to, I could do one more, but I won't because I'm nice. Ish.
But basically, they run up, and if you have to kill them before they get to you.
When you get the power armors, a little bit less of a threat, but they can still horribly murder you.
Yes, even if they don't kill you on their first bite, one hit by them basically takes away half or 75 of your health. Yeah, and they poison you.
That's even more fun.
And it's even worse when you get to the missions where they are mostly populated, when there's a whole bunch of civilians, because they keep on killing the civilians, and they turn into zombies, and
which then explode into more chrysalids, which is then just rinse and repeat.
Yes, because sometimes you don't have time to kill the zombies because you're focused on the more important, the chrysalids or brutes or whatever, And then the zombies turn into another chrysalid, and you're with another problem. I will admit, one of my happiest moments is when... Okay, one of the other things in this game that happens way near the end is you can upgrade your characters to have mind control powers. And I will say one of my most satisfying experiences is when I mind controlled a chrysalid.
I never got that option. They just never appeared until the final mission for me when I got that.
I mind controlled a chrysalid,
and
it
give you a warm and fuzzy feeling.
I'm just like,
completely.
You're in my hands. You are my pet dog now. You will kill who I want you to kill.
And not my dudes.
Yes, I'm not my guys. And when I am just about to lose my control over you, I'm gonna blow you up.
Now, here comes one of my saddest moments. When my entire team was wiped out with chrysalid multiple times.
Because you had to save?
Yes. And one of them was a little buddy foo-foo line of soldiers.
Oh, wow.
With a rocket launcher. Well, they're like modern zombies that run around. They just shamble like real zombies.
Basically, though,
chrysalids thankfully, they don't use their guns.
Basically, though, chrysalids are just the creepy part of the game. When you get to the first mission with chrysalids, you're shown this humongous cutscene of them ripping the throats out of civilians, and you're just like, okay, I gotta go fight that now.
And then, don't they actually show a chrysalid bursting out of zombies' chest?
Yeah, as soon as that happens, you're just like, can we go back to the ship now? Basically, the game is good at hitting you with new things that you weren't suspecting. Just when you thought you were okay and got used to the combat, it throws something else at you.
Like the mutants.
Yes, like the mutants or the elite mutant.
Those are even worse.
Because they are just these, like the mutants, you're just like, okay, they're
the biggest, baddest motherfuckers down.
Yeah, and you gotta take them down. They have plasma weapons when you usually, at that point, at least I was, had laser weapons.
Yeah, lasers.
So, you have to like really work at destroying them. And then as soon as you usually have upgraded to maybe plasma weapons, but around that... No, you're still on lasers, yeah.
Because don't you require a mutant corpse to get plasma weapons?
Yeah, but I think at that point, if you choose it, it's just like super slow. It's just like 17 days.
Well, I always have to...
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. There's things in this game that you will be researching. You will have different projects like either
armor, vests, interrogations, autopsies, weapons, which as we've explained, it starts as the regular ballistic weaponry, laser, plasma,
and not only will you be also researching your certain things, but you'll also be building your underground base, adding generators
they put it best as an ant farm. It looks like an ant farm.
It does. It looks like an ant farm, but it looks kind of cool at the end of it when you can just look over your giant base and be like, okay, I made all this to save the world.
I completed mine.
Really?
Yeah, I have 2 empty slots left.
Oh, well, I don't think I've done them all. No, I think I did do them all, but just the achievement, not because I needed to.
There's no achievement, there's just an achievement for getting right down to the bottom.
Right, that was it, yeah. But,
one neat thing is that in the barracks portion of it, you can actually see your soldiers just chilling, having a few brewskis after a mission, running on treadmills. Except none of the actual injured soldiers are in the hospital beds. Which kind of removes from the realistic key of it. But it's not as near as dark.
I think that, and you can also go to the board and see of your fallen heroes and how many kills they had, what mission they died on.
And with the enemy within expansion, how they died.
Yes.
Which, yeah, I'd like that.
I don't have that, I don't think.
No, I'd like to have that.
Oh,
because they're adding it in with enemy within.
Yeah, it's like, I remember when Lieutenant Joko got ripped his throat out by a chrysalid. That I had to put him down myself! I can't do it again, Joe! Because you did.
It's okay.
Thanks, I needed that.
I can't think of anyone who died.
Oh yeah, because you...
Except for little buddy Foo-Foo.
Well,
And the Spoonie one, but
Yeah, well,
poor Spoonie.
I guess that's the thing. Like, you said that you waited till you got, like, a satellite for everyone before, like, upgrade. So that's the thing.
It was beautiful.
You could.
Satellites blanketing the Earth.
You could.
So beautiful.
Well, you knock it off.
No.
You could do that. For me, since I'm trying to save the world as fast and efficient as I can,
I had below the war for that.
I had to lose some countries because some of them would be like, I'm upgrading as fast as I can. I'm trying to get this, save the world and everything. And some countries would be like, look, I'm in panic, so I'm going to run away. Speaking of panicking, panicking is annoying.
They got Dante!
Oh no!
He wasn't even supposed to be here today!
Why didn't they upgrade us to the laser weapons? Our guns are useless against these mutants!
He just got it back together with Caitlyn!
Yeah, but now Caitlin's mine. Oh my gosh, they got Caitlyn!
Wait, the Randall's go, no, not Randall!
Oh my god, we're gonna die! Why? You shot me! Why?
That's what the manual said!
Why would it tell you to do that?
Relieve stress? I don't
Oh,
know!
well, I hope you're relieved of your stress.
Yeah, I have a little bit actually.
Jerk. Ah.
Dude, you suck at this.
Shut up! Call me next millennium when you finish your second playthrough.
I'm busy with other bigger things.
Fine, well, let's see. Go back to my last save point and...
You forgot to save before you left again, didn't you?
Son of a gun.
I like how when they do panic, they either do nothing or shoot at your own guys.
Well, they either hunker down, run away, or shoot at your own guys. Or they shoot at the aliens.
Never had that.
No,
For me.
that's because you are too far back. You're all, the only people your people can see are your own people. Your
No,
characters
only
were far
ones
up.
I've been pretty close combat with the aliens. Because you have to in some
Yeah,
of the
it's true.
compounds. And
But, you know...
even in terror missions, you have to get quite close. But for me, it's always been hunker down, cry like a little girl, or run away.
No, for me...
Mainly hunker
Or
down,
shoot your own
cry
guys.
a little. No, it's never really happened.
They never
to me.
shot your own guys?
No.
Never
Maybe,
even shot
like-
at them?
What? Yeah, I shot at them when I first got it, but never really hit them. And that was like Crim's only time. The
Well-
rest were hug it down, cry like a little girl.
Every time they panic, I'd be like, "Oh, please shoot an alien! Please shoot an alien!" And sometimes sometimes my sniper would be a better shot when she's shooting the aliens in panic mode. But that's neither here nor there. I guess one thing that the game also does well is it also keeps up the mystery of what these aliens are doing and how they're doing it, because you keep on finding little things of, okay, well that's interesting, that's new, and then you battle some aliens like that for a while, then you find something else that's different and new, and it keeps on changing it up. I find this game a really fun adventure that kind of gets you to care about the characters in it, because you're making them, and you're really...
Except the ones that kind of pre-made, like the head scientist,
Right.
the head engineer, and the central guy. I only know the central guy as the central guy. I don't remember his real name.
Did they ever say his name?
Yes.
Did he? I don't
Yes.
think they did.
That just shows...
Well, he
how-
probably introduced himself at the beginning.
Yeah,
but that's
that
about it.
just shows how uninteresting.
Well, you had also the
He
Russian
is.
scientist. She was probably
Just
the...
German.
Oh, German, yeah, not Russian. Sorry.
I need to Russian and German.
They're close.
No.
Not the accents, the countries.
No.
Hey, it's a small world after all.
No.
Okay, shut up, okay?
And there's Dr. Shed.
Yeah, well, at least I didn't have a German Tony Stark.
I don't care.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so you...
At least I had Tony Stark. I'm surprised you didn't. You're the comic book guy, I'm the video game, and I'm the guy who had an XCOM character based on Tony Stark.
Yeah, well, I had my own characters that I made up. Thank you very much. I will give myself a hand as well.
Although,
He's
on the
hot.
comment of Tony Stark, I'd like to point out that the final mission is called Operation Avengers. And I missed the opportunity to bring him along on that. So that kind of hurt me a little bit.
You didn't bring Tony Stark on the Avengers Initiative.
Nope. One downside to the game is that it is buggy. Just glitchy. And sometimes just annoying. Like, it says you shoot an alien, the animation shows you hit it, but they're still alive and they missed. Like, it'll go right through. Like,
Oh yeah.
cover, objects, aliens. But that could be told more for graphical limitations.
Yeah, I always found that odd when you actually saw the bullet go through them, and it says
Yes.
you missed.
But when it comes to the bugs, it's definitely when you're fighting the later enemies, these ethereals, these really annoying enemies who can literally use their mind to throw everything back at you, except grenades and explosives, but they can throw bullets, lasers, and plasma back at you.
Which makes it like, should I shoot him, should I not?
Yeah, and the animation, when they block it and send it back to you, is still going.
Yeah, when it's already hit you.
Yes, and
I guess that's one of the things with this game is you can get angry at it because of certain things, but it's not a frustration where it's just like, you know what, that's it, I'm done, I don't want to play the game anymore. It's addictive. This is an addictive game. I have played it 3 times through successfully.
I've only played it once, but it was a really long time, and other games got in the way. Like, just to show you how long I was on this one game, BioShock Infinite, Tomb Raider, Borderlands 2, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Revelations, more Resident Evil stuff.
So, like, I did play 3 times successfully, but I did play another time unsuccessfully.
Do tell.
I clicked on the Iron Man mode, which is funny being you having Tony Stark, but
And I think this is one of the point where we should explain what Iron Mode is.
I was just about to.
Okay,
Iron Man mode is no takebacks. There's no saving, and then if you lose, go back to your last save point. You have to play it all through the first go, which I was doing fine at first. Like, I got all the way up to, like, lasers, and I was doing fine. But then it came to the point where I couldn't keep any soldiers because they'd always die. I didn't have enough time to upgrade them, so I had like private every time. I'm sick of all these privates. Anyways, so it came to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't care, so I'm gonna lose on purpose. So I lost, and you saw the aliens take control of the mind of the council, and the entire Earth was doomed. I guess that's something with this game, is that...
It's kind of...
Well, that's the thing with this game, is you could put like a whole lot of time into it, especially on hard, and lose. You could actually lose. I nearly lost my last time playing, because if you have less than 8 countries left...
No, it's when 8 countries leave. Then...
Yeah, but are there like 16 countries?
It's Ion.
If I was at the point where if I lost one more country, I would have failed. But I hunkered down, built as many satellites as possible, because you build satellites to make your these countries feel more at ease, and they invest more into the XCOM project.
Aliens in the continent as well.
Right. So basically, I lost the first time because it was Iron Man mode. I'm like, okay, I can't do this on Iron Man mode. I'm not skilled enough. So I played it on just hard or classic.
Tony Stark?
No. So I played it on classic mode, and I nearly lost that too. But I eventually came around where I got all my countries to the point where they were happy and satisfied, and where I was able to come back and win the game. But this game, it's unforgivably hard at times. And I think it's great for that, because you have too many games these days that is like, whoa, this is level too hard.
Candy.
Here, this level too hard. We can skip it, you can come back next time you want. Okay, we'll skip this level.
And the thing is, when these harder missions, it's usually telling you that you're behind in something.
Yes.
Like, I remember, it was when you introduced the Ethereals, they bring this new, really fast UFO, your regular fighter plane can't.
Oh, your fighter plane's a toy.
And
I once lost 3 fighter planes trying to take down one because it kept on flying in the same area, so I kept on sending ships after it.
never had that problem until they have that fast one.
Yeah.
Where your fighter planes just can't keep up with it, and the only solution is to research your own UFO.
Oh, and that is so cool. That's the thing about this game. It's filled with cool
Get your
stuff.
own UFO!
And it's called The Demon. So, all in all, XCOM is a very fun game. It's
If frustrating from the glitches or just the difficulty.
it's nothing
And
that
let's not
takes it away.
forget just the ethereals who are just plain old frustrating.
Yeah, they may be frustrating, but it's not frustrating in a way that is annoying because
That
of
makes you
bad
rage
gameplay. Like there are times when I play games that are frustrating because just the gameplay sucks
I've
or it's
rage
just bad.
quit in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which is one of my favorite games.
But
Even if you played that game, although the torture segment's horrible.
anyway, this is still a fun game, guys. If you're looking for a video game that might be a little bit different from your regular run-of-the-mill first-person shooter that seems to be coming out every 5 days these days, this is definitely a good game to check out for the strategy game to get you thinking and to outsmart your enemy rather than just out-cheat them. Okay, so thanks for watching the review, everybody. I'm LazyDude99.
I'm Dr. J.
And make sure that you watch our other videos that we have on the Mass Effect games, and make sure you wait for the next one that we make whenever we figure that out.
I'm trying to convince him to do Fallout, but he won't let me.
It's too long. Anyway, see you around.
See you around.
That's what I say.
Too bad.
You can't say what I say.
Too bad.
Get out!
That's my line.
Well, then don't say see you around.
Fine. I won't next time.
Okay. Alright, see you around. Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel, and wait for more coming soon.